Just like you rewinding.
Flipside Music presents the Denver Music Gear Podcast. Brought to you live from Denver, Colorado.
Hello and welcome everybody to the Denver Music Gear Podcast here at Flipside Music in Denver, Colorado. My brain was working faster than my mouth.
That happens. Mine often outpaces my tongue. Usually can't keep up with my head. So,
and yeah, I was gonna say if anybody ever wonders why on Monday nights I do twirls around the room, or just twirled into frame today.
Twirls in general.
It's a tribute to what used to be in this building.
Yes.
There was a ballet studio here.
Yeah.
Well, a dance studio in general, but
yeah. Right now we're in the room that was basically the smaller room that was used. Oh, Dylan, by the way.
Oh yeah, I'm Jacob.
Yeah. Yes. I was gonna say before I just randomly start speaking.
My bad.
No, you're good. But yes, the room we're in actually was one of the main rehearsal rooms, and then our warehouse, which is actually the biggest room, that was like basically the big dance studio. And yeah, it was kind of funny. I remember the first time, little segue of a story here. First time Ike and I came over to look at the building, they were in the middle of lessons in both rooms, and at the time, I guess it was like a big thing of like they were trying to keep the classes completely uninterrupted. So like when the doors were closed, Mm-hmm. And so we ended up having to like take our shoes off, kind of like wait around up front, and then like as they were wrapping up, all we could really do to like look in the rooms was just like peek past the doorway. So we just had to like in each room, and Ike's like, okay, but then we're trying to like walk our way back up front, and I'm like, did you really get a sense of anything? He's like, no, not at all. And then so we ended up having to come back when they weren't doing classes. But it was one of those things of like we're looking around like, yeah, this was not helpful doing it that way.
Yeah, I could imagine walking into a studio with a bunch of kids running around.
One trying to assess that entire room from like the edge of the doorway was just
Sure.
It's like, oh, yeah, sure, that'll work. Yeah, that'll work.
Was it just a big open room, kind of like this, with mirrors on the wall and?
Yeah, so it was very similar. At one point, basically, the floor in there was essentially where the floor in here is. So like all of that was height-wise was all the same. And then since that room is basically maybe double and a half of what this room is, it was just one big continuous room, and then that was the room that they had. Like in here, they never had the rails. In here, it was more. I think the mirrors were more of the focus in here. Mm-hmm. So like if you were doing any choreography stuff, they were doing it in here, and then I think over in there is where like the main like instructional area. So,
nice.
And then up front was all actually masseuses in there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And I know my pirouettes are not very good, but I'm not really trying that hard either.
No,
I know how to spot.
You're like I am actually trained.
I took many a dance class.
Did you really?
Over the year? Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So many.
We're gonna unravel little bits of that onion over the course of this. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I've always been I was a theater kid, so I did all the things.
Yeah. I knew that. I didn't realize.
That are associated with that.
That makes sense. Well, it's interesting because a lot of people end up taking dance classes even when it's not necessarily theater or dance, but when whatever they do might require, finesse, a certain amount of visual presentation. Because I've even known a few customers that are in bands that are a little more, like the band itself is more choreographed, and so they even ended up having to take dance lessons to just get like, this is how you move through one position to the next without, looking awkward, that kind of thing.
I mean, the great Michael Jordan took ballet classes.
Yeah, Schwarzenegger took dance lessons for the posing stuff, from what I remember.
Patrick,
all kinds of stuff.
The great Patrick Swayze, another wonderful dancer.
Roadhouse, yeah. Then Eric just runs in here, randomly kicks somebody in the shin. Roadhouse.
Yeah. I've never seen Roadhouse, so I don't have any.
We're gonna have to add that one to the Flipside movie list, because I was thinking about that. Because it hasn't worked out to do Penguins with Ike yet, so we still got to do Penguins. But yeah, I'll definitely add. I'll add Roadhouse, because like I said, that one. Before we get into the main thing, that's as close, I think, as close as you get to like an American kung fu movie, in terms of the way like everything. It's not full on like Jean-Claude Van Damme in terms of the setup, but it is a lot of like everybody teeing up, everybody getting in the right position, that kind of a thing. Everything's real, long sweeping hook kicks that you would never do in a real fight. Lots of spins that you would never do in a real fight.
Yeah, that's how I thought fighting was when I was a kid, and I was like, yeah, I'll be doing all these moves. You just get hit in the face and then you like cry.
Yeah. That or you form a whole new plan. I usually would, yeah.
Way different.
I went the other way. Yeah, I usually would just like get angry and then I'd lose all sense of control. So, yeah.
But before we get into our main topic today, we'll say hello to Carla out there and Dastardly Dave and Janice. We thank you all for joining us every week.
Yeah, thanks for
we
watching.
really appreciate checking us out and jumping in the chat. That helps us out a lot. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share with your friends, all that stuff. We'll do that early, so the algorithm maybe helps us out a little bit.
Yeah, because honestly, like, it is one of those things. It's like, what, 3 clicks? So like that's the most it costs you is 3 clicks. It's not a whole lot. And honestly, it's one of those things. Like every time we mention that, I try to say that for other channels too. Of like any channel that you support and you like those 3 clicks are fairly meaningful. Like they go a long way. Especially these days when everybody's kind of fighting for that little bit of the algorithm. Like it really does make a difference. So.
Yeah. So we really appreciate you all for being here.
Yeah.
And if you're in the Denver area, we're going to go over some shows today because it is the busiest. I think I put as the thing, wow, what a weekend it will be.
Yeah. Total extravaganza of shows this weekend. So,
I mean, unfortunately, if you are in Denver or the Denver metro area, you can only pick one thing to do.
I was going to say, yeah, exactly. That's what I was trying to think of. Like, there's an amazing amount of things to go to, but they're all pretty much going to be at the exact same time. So.
Yep. There's 2 music festivals at least. There's, Emix West will be this weekend, which is it's like a modular synth gear expo.
Yeah, kind of similar to the expo we did back in June, but more modular and synthesizer focused.
Yeah, and put on by our good friends over at the Colorado Modular Synth Society.
Yes.
And we will have a booth there.
Yeah, they attended our expo, so we get to attend theirs, which is nice. We are a little short-staffed this week, so it'll end up being just Eric out there. But if you're in the area, definitely stop over there and say hi.
And I guess that this is like one of the unfortunate things I'm talking about. I would love to go to Emix.
I would have loved to,
but I will be elsewhere the whole weekend. But I'm
I'll
going to
be
miss
here
out.
again.
I'm going to miss out on such brands that are attending Emix, like Board Brain, which I've wanted one of their like modular pedal setups forever. I've just never.
Yeah, they were the first one that really cracked that spot, or at least where I felt like I was really aware of it. Because like a lot of the modular stuff, oddly, doesn't always enter into the faces of the guitar world, And I feel like they were one of the first brands to like really crack that, where like the modular side of things and the effect side of things were all kind of coming together.
Mm-hmm. They make a cool little box that you can plug your effects pedals into that has patch points.
Yeah.
It's very cool.
Yeah, no, they're kind of...
modular.
I was just going to say they're allowing people to kind of approach the modular idea and at least start experimenting with it without having to, necessarily go the full kit right out of the door.
Yeah, like someone like me, I've invested quite a bit in pedals.
Yeah, you already have regular effects pedals, yeah.
Yeah, so like to get into modular, I'd be rebuying pretty much all of the same things.
Yeah.
Tonally.
Yeah. You would. Literally, some of them would be even literally like modular versions.
I can buy an afternoon.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I knew your favorite one's available that way. Yeah, available. But
this allows me to, or anyone who, because I would love to get into the modular world, but it's another rabbit hole that is deep and very expensive.
Yeah, and I would say I very much agree with that because I've been super interested, but I've also and it's rare for me to get interested in something and not pursue it, but I've had to kind of not pursue that because I'm like, I don't need another habit related to what we already do that's just as expensive and just as crazy, but I love like the fusion that's starting to happen, and I think both sides of it are coming together because
and the Board Brain stuff really unifies that and
makes it possible,
super easy, really.
Yeah. Well, and even Fairfield's starting to dip into some of that stuff with some of the utility pedals, and a few other companies. Like I've noticed, even Boss looks like, I can't really talk about them now, but they have some stuff coming up that's starting to venture into reincorporating the modular scene with the regular effects pedal scene.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And then we've got our local friends at WMD Devices who will be there. I never realized that WMD is the initials of a person.
Oh yeah, I didn't know. No, same thing. I didn't know that until we met them. Like when we were basically a dealer for them right up until everything happened with COVID, and then they kind of went a slightly different business model after that phase. But I didn't realize that either until they came by.
Yeah, I always thought the WMD Devices was
no. That's why everybody
repetitive.
Exactly. I was just gonna say I remember endless customers when we had the Geiger counter.
Oh, yeah.
Because that was like the flagship one. People were coming in for a while. And so I remember people are like, oh, WMD Devices, isn't the devices kind of redundant? And it's like, well, no, but I'm not going to go through the whole thing now. I think that's why, too, even on the flyer for EMIX, it said WMD. And then below, in like the presenters thing, then it says WMD Devices.
Nice.
Yeah, and so it's like even somebody there had an issue with, like, they're like, wait.
Or no, I guess. Well, yeah. Some other folks who will be there are Oxy Instruments. That's a company I'm not familiar with, but if I were attending, I would become familiar with them.
Yeah.
We've got Soma. They make truly wild and weird, awesome synths that aren't like based around a keyboard pad necessarily.
Yeah, I was gonna say they kind of break out of the traditional keyboard presentation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
very cool stuff. Sequential. If you're into modular, that is like they're one of the main.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're one of the heavy hitters. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know Novation was going to be there.
Oh,
I use their controllers every Monday night and have for years. I'm on like version 3 of 2 or 3 different products of theirs.
Nice.
Yeah.
Which one is it that you're using for?
I use the Launch Key 25, the mini.
Oh, that's what you. Okay. Very cool.
And then I've had a launch pad and a launch control. A couple different versions of each of those.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to make sure Eric gets everybody's contact info, because some of these people from some of the companies too had kind of offered to be our, or at least assist with being our kind of modular gurus, trying to get us a little, because like
we're really. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say none of us, I don't think, have fully dipped into that. Like all of us are aware of it and kind of get the basics, but yeah, it really would be nice to kind of go through. Well, and that's why it would have been nice to go, but I'd like to dip into that. But it's also one of those things of like I'd at least to get the basics first.
Mm-hmm. Thankfully, we have, like we've already mentioned, WMD is just down the street, and Alex from over there is like more than willing to help us out.
Yeah.
What a cool dude. Every time I've talked to him, seems very helpful. I haven't needed his help, but
I was gonna say, he's always offered it, and it's one of those things where I'm like, we really got to take him up on that, because it would be nice to be kind of on the other end and actually learn more about the stuff without necessarily having to kind of fuddle through it on our own.
We should set up a clinic with
That's
him.
actually a great idea, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And have him bring a petting zoo down, and we can get our customers interested and
get everybody here.
We should host one of the freak boutiques or something, or maybe like a modular synth meetup.
I think we could do because like if we set up in here, maybe a little bit in there, but mostly in here, and then the front room up front. Like if we were to clear things out just a little bit, I think we could make it work. So
yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah.
And then I'm just going to run through a couple of these because I'm not familiar, but folks should definitely check out Isobar and Rainy Day Electronic Instruments, Seaside Modular, Drift DJ, IC Alchemy, Zach Hagen, ARP Foundation. Oh, I do know of the ARP Foundation. They're like very old school synthesizer folks. Like the ARP 2600.
Oh, okay. I was just gonna say I figured it must be related to some of those originals, or the name anyway.
And then, and you can get stuff from Board Brain and WMD and Seaside Modular and Agent Studios. They'll have stuff to sell.
Yeah, I was going to say some of the vendors and presenters, some of the presenters are vendors is what I meant to say. So yeah, a lot of them, like their booths, they will be equipped to not only demo the stuff, but also sell any of the stuff. So if you happen to go and you find something interesting, obviously they'll probably have some way for you to be able to get it.
My wallet just screamed in joy that I'm not able to attend.
You're like, after all, maybe it wasn't a bad.
Because I'd probably come home with at least a Board Brain something.
Yeah, you're like, you're already the target demographic for that one.
There's one at the music go round locally. Maybe somebody on the stream will go pick it up so I don't have to.
Yeah, pull that temptation away from you.
But and then there's some workshops. I would love to go to a No Coast workshop. They make very, very cool things. All these synthesizer companies that I don't have any need.
Yeah.
I have very much desire to own.
Well, that's what I mean, because I like even like what we've been doing with like the Enzo and like even like experimenting more with like the microKORG and stuff. It's like it's just starting to scratch that a little bit. Where I'm now that I'm like, getting to know more of that stuff, like all of the modular stuff is even more interesting because that's a whole. I feel like, at least coming from the guitar side of things, unless you really start to seek out some of the modular stuff, it really never enters into like a lot of the, a lot of effects have kind of cross streams when it comes to like, you might see artists from genres you would never listen to presenting pedals that you play or whatever it might be. But like the modular stuff never really enters into, at least into my algorithm, it never really swept in like until, I'd say almost like Teenage Engineering and like when like some of the prevalence of those started to kind of come out more. And then I would say obviously certain companies now like Maris that are starting to kind of bridge that gap between guitar pedals and synthesizers. Like it's all starting to kind of merge a little bit more. But to me, it was one of those things, I guess I was so fascinated that world is so massive coming from the guitar pedal side of things because that seems like such a big thing and it's actually relatively small compared to what some of these guys do. So, very competitive too.
Oh yeah,
which I find kind of interesting. They're almost all like, mechanists or whatever, all trying to kind of come up with something, beat somebody else to the punch.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, if you're out there and you're not familiar with modular and you'd like to listen to some stuff, Lisa Belladonna is a great artist. They work with Earthquaker devices, which is how I found out about them, and then fell down their rabbit hole of like, they're a good one that if you start them in your algorithm, it'll lead you. You just feed a lot of that to you.
I see what you're saying, yeah.
Was totally awesome because they're super talented. I didn't realize that they were at that King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard festival that just happened up in Buena Vista. Lisa Belladonna did 3 nights, 3 performances.
Really? Wow.
I was like, I want to go so bad.
Yeah, especially up there, yeah. Well, hopefully, I don't know if that's going to become a yearly thing. Maybe we can try.
Well, that was the second one, so I'm sure it'll be.
I was just say, yeah, because like it would be really cool. Like it's a hell of a. If you've been up to Buena Vista, obviously you can imagine it's an awesome spot to have something like that. So
the views are beautiful, as they say.
Yeah.
But speaking of things that we're always too busy to attend, there's so much going on this weekend. As we mentioned earlier, there's 2 festivals at least happening. One I'll be a part of is the Tulagi Festival up in Boulder, formerly the Boulder Roots Music Festival.
Yes.
And there are something like 260 bands, 800 artists.
Yeah, and you were saying that maybe includes visual artists in addition to, okay.
Which is insane. Or maybe they're counting each band member, possibly.
Oh, maybe.
There's only 50 people in Itch.io.
You're like at least 10% of the attendance is basically one band.
Yeah, there's only 50 people in that band. But you got like Everclear is going to be a headliner. Our very good friend DJ Williams will be up there. There's quite.
Yeah, which I was going to say, if you're going to see anybody on that ticket, he is one to not miss.
Yes, and actually, if you can't make it up to Boulder, Dumpsta Funk is playing over at Levitt Pavilion this evening, and DJ Williams is opening for them.
Very cool. And he's busy this week, too.
Yeah, he'll be on at 7 o'clock tonight. I can't decide if I'm going to scoot over there, because Levitt is...
Yeah,
you can basically see
couple
it
blocks over, yeah.
from here. They do a good job with volume, because I don't ever hear them.
No, there was one night, it was some, like, reggae group that was setting up, and I could hear the low end. Like, I don't know if it was for sound check or what.
That makes sense.
But, yeah, I could hear the low end, but that was the only thing that I could audibly, because I end up driving, like, right by it when I leave, and so, yeah, it was, like, one of the only times I've ever even heard anything over there.
Yeah, and that's a really cool spot. Most of the shows over there are free.
Yeah.
So if you're like us, who we complain a lot about concert ticket prices,
Yeah.
that's kind of a no excuse.
Yeah, I mean, the only bad thing is really just like if we have any kind of weather, but that's that would be for anywhere for any open venue. So
That'd be the same if you paid $200 to walk into.
Yeah, it's easier to digest if it's a free show, I suppose. Yeah, if you get rained out. But honestly, most people persevere over there, from what I've heard. Like nobody ever really calls it quits over there.
I mean, being from here, it used to cloud up and rain every day. There's a rain jacket in my backpack, pretty much.
And I know it's weird. Like back to that though, I feel like this summer has sort of been. It's been more like flash flooding every afternoon, but it's been sort of that vibe this summer of like
the latter half.
Yeah. Because you're right. That first half was just endless heat with no moisture, and now we're just getting dumped on. But it's like every afternoon about the same time. It just.
Which has been great. Because we
needed it. Yeah. We still need it.
I'm gonna say the famous Denver line. Well, we could really use the moisture.
Yeah.
Or as they say on Reddit, on the local Denver Reddit, na moiste.
That's funny. I didn't know that was a thing on there.
Because we need it so bad.
We do, yeah.
That like every time it rains,
they turn it into a blessing greeting. Yeah.
Oh, hey, Rhodey.
Oh, hey,
and
Rhodey.
thanks for the happy haircut. Yeah, if y'all didn't notice,
yes,
my hair went away. And so thank you for all the compliments out there. It's been very nice. It was just time.
Yeah.
It was heavy. It was
I'm sure.
hot.
I was just gonna say, I'm sure it helps right now with the heat, because like when I had to, I had no choice. Well, I had no choice. I could have continued to let it go, but I was gonna say when I ended up cutting mine, it felt like no choice. But it was like that was like probably the best thing about it is like that the ability to cool down a little bit.
Yes. It was,
because like I said, I might bring the bowler back, but not while it's still 90 plus every day.
And I know East Coasters and Midwest folks will be like, "What do you mean the humidity's been high?" But around here, when the humidity's above about 25%,
yeah,
it feels not great.
Well,
and when it's in the 80s,
yeah,
it feels awful because we're so used to the dry.
We're so used to the dry, and then I think the thing that a lot of people from that area don't always also factor for is, like, we do have an extraordinary difference with, like, the sun here. Like, that is a big difference.
Closer.
Yeah, because it's like, there's, if you're in the sunlight, I mean, it depends on the day, but there's, like, a good 7 to 10, maybe even more degree difference just being in the sun versus not. So, like, if it's already 85 or 90... and then you're in the sun and there's humidity, it's like, I think it's a legitimate thing. Because, like, normally I also, as a Colorado person who's not used to humidity, I try to, like, tell myself, this isn't so bad. Like, this is pretty, and it is, for the most part. It really is.
And relatively, it
is. But, I was going to say, like, once you factor all three things, like, high, the sun, high temperatures, and high humidity, it's still not pleasant for anybody.
And you're not used to it.
Yes.
That's not the norm. It feels awful. Like that. There was a couple days where it was like, I think it was only in the 80s, but it was like 90% humidity.
Yeah.
And I still had my long hair, and I was like,
"Yeah,
this is coming off." I was like, "This is coming off tomorrow," and it did. So yeah, thanks for everybody noticing. I'm sure it'd be really obvious to notice, but and thanks for the compliments. But back to the concert schedule, because what a weekend it will be.
Yes. Absolutely packed.
Like tonight, just tonight. We're only at Thursday, and I'll try and run through these as quick as possible. The Boulder Roots Music Festival's kicking off. Bound Prem is at the Boulder Theater. Julie Koning Trio at Nocturne. Megan Maroney's at Ball Arena. My Chemical Romance is doing the Black Parade at Coors Field. Which, quick side note, I saw them on like a small, tiny stage at Warp Tour years ago. And I kind of was like, oh, they're pretty good.
Was it like before they got
way
prominent? Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh, this band's pretty good.
That's fine, yeah.
And here we are, filling 80, or what is it, it's 50,000 people?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Holy Sons at HQ with Catherine Moore. Ronnie Foster will be at Dazzle. The Dirty Lightning will be at Niecy's. An Evening with Goose. That's kind of all weekend. At Red Rocks.
Yeah, I forgot. Is Eric and his buddy going to that?
Oh, nice.
I don't know if I don't remember if he got roped into that or not.
Nice. Because I think our other coworker, Gordo, got roped into going to Dick's to see Fish.
Fish, yeah, that's right.
Fish Dick's.
Yeah. Was that, I can't remember, was that a South Park thing too?
Well, that's Fish Sticks.
Oh, yeah, but you say it quick enough, yeah. Yeah.
And if you're up in Aspen, you can see Monster Rally at the Belly Up. Laura Lynn with Juno Rosa, they're really good. At the High Dive. No Distractions at Larimer Lounge. We've got the Tree Squid's album release party at the Federal Theater. Man, there's just so much. Walden and Look at Fiona at Globe Hall. Look at Fiona is awesome. One of my coworkers is in that band. They are super cool.
Nice. Somebody who works with you at the Crypt, or?
Over at Mighty Fine.
Oh,
One
okay.
of the audio engineers over there.
Oh, very cool. Nice.
Very cool dude. Charlie. Oh, he came in here and bought a Rattler from us
Oh, okay.
fairly recently for their shoegazy,
I was just saying, I think I
very
remember
loud
what they-
wall
yeah.
of sound.
Nice.
And Blackberry Crush, his other band, played last night at High Dive.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I was a little too tired to make it out, but I've
Yeah.
been wanting to see them for a while. I knew of them before I worked with him, and then I was like, oh, I want to come see your band. If you're into more DJ stuff, the Lonely Hearts Club's going on at Lion's Lair, and that's just tonight.
Yeah, which is a hell of a slate for a Thursday.
Yeah.
Like, that's insane for a Thursday.
Totally.
Now,
insane.
granted, I think, because you and I were kind of speculating on Monday that maybe this ramp up is because it's kind of the last full-fledged weekend of summer, more or less, effectively.
Yes.
So I kind of feel like that must be the case, because, like, it is absolutely insane how many things. Because everybody, especially even up front, has been asked, oh, hey, you going to this? And it's like there's so many things. It's like, no, you can only choose one thing out of the weekend. So.
Yeah. And starting tomorrow night, we'll kick off Friday and the weekend with Ghost Canyon Fest.
Yeah.
That's happening along South Broadway at the High Dive and Skylark. And, well, Bug Theater is not on South Broadway, but it is also there. Those are some of our good friends. We helped out last year with Ghost Canyon. John from Electronic Audio Experiments
Yeah, John Snyder.
is a sponsor of that. And they just came out with a new pedal.
They did.
I guess we can kind of get that in there. The scattering, which is
Yeah.
super. I didn't get to play it.
Yeah, I haven't gotten to either. We we're down to our last one already for anybody who out there who might be curious. But yeah, I was gonna try to give it a go before it leaves, because it seems really cool. And honestly, every time, lately, I feel like John can't really make a bad thing. I mean, he knocks it out of the park. Yeah,
Yeah.
Whether it's his own company's designs or designs he's doing for other people, like he's just been pretty much on fire lately. He also just, as a thing, I think we've mentioned Dinox Pedals, local builder Chuck French. So his signature pedal, the Gene Hackman, is actually another one that John helped him with. So it's one of those things of like, John feels very connected to our area sometimes. He's also helped with a few things with Foul Sound, so it's like he's...
Well, and for good reason. His wife is from Loveland.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Okay. That makes sense, because I kept trying to figure out, I was like,
That's why he's here often.
I was just going to say, we got to get him in for like a pedal talk or like some kind of, like do a show with him, but also maybe a clinic or open kind of discussion thing.
Yeah, his in-laws are here. So.
Yeah, because I was just say, we got to wrangle him in for that, because I bet you he is a wealth of knowledge. We just got to get him, we just got to get him in person to kind of interview him.
It's wild. I've talked to him twice now, and it felt like a flood of information.
Yeah.
Both times, and it was awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're going to go to Ghost Canyon Fest, you can see Steve Von Till, More Mother, Silkworm, Water Damage, the Go-To-Beds, Normal, Supreme Joy. It's quite the lineup.
Mm-hmm.
Another one that I wish it was a different weekend.
Yeah, just spread it out a little bit.
Hey, y'all, I was not busy last weekend. Could we do a couple of these things then?
Yeah. Well, it is wild because September and October are also ramping up to be pretty busy, but it is just kind of interesting how much is specifically slated for this week.
Oh, yeah. And our friends at Prior Cabs are a sponsor for that, and Chase Bliss, and...
was Joel coming out for that or not? I never ended up hearing.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, because I think he last year he was in town. I can't remember what show he ended up running into Jake at.
It was something at Red Rocks.
Yeah.
Oh, Jason Isbell?
Maybe. Yeah, I think that's what it was. But he was also here for the for the attendance for that. So.
Oh, nice. But yeah, you got that going on tomorrow. Well, that's all weekend. But you could also see the KWS Legacy Band at Dazzle, Mike Sherm at Fillmore Auditorium. Tulagis happening. There's a Broncos-Vikings preseason game tomorrow.
Yeah, there's also the Sword and Red Fang co-headlining at Mission tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. That should be a lot of fun.
A lot of us will be out there for that. I think Jake is going, and then I think James maybe got a ticket from Ike because unfortunately Ike wasn't able to make it. And then unfortunately Colin James, one of our viewers and listeners, he was supposed to be able to come out, but apparently some stuff ended up getting kind of hectic with his job, so he had to fill in and was not able to come out because I was actually really looking forward to meeting him.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, I was looking forward to meeting Colin too.
Yeah, no, I was really looking forward to that because he contacted us like 6 months ago. He got tickets like right away and. So hopefully we can work out seeing him at some point.
And we'd love to meet any and all of you.
Yeah, exactly. If you're ever in town, for sure.
Yeah, we're so happy that you spend time with us. It's amazing.
Well, and Colin's a good dude. He's been watching us, and honestly, he was one of the best dudes for when Ike and I used to do the FAQ. He was one of the best dudes at throwing out questions and like good questions, not just filler. Like he actually had genuine, like good thought provoking questions. So.
He usually leaves good comments in the comment section.
Yeah,
and I've been having nice chats over there.
Yeah, he's a good dude. So,
but if you're not going to go to Ghost Canyon, if you're not going to go to Tulagi, if you're not going to go to Emix, because there's stuff going on for that tomorrow night as well. I would highly recommend, and this is the show I would go to if I wasn't working. Tune Yards is playing at Meow Wolf here in Denver.
Is that with Churchfire too?
And Churchfire's opening. So not only do I love Tune Yards, and there's so many bands, I kind of forget about some sometimes.
Yeah. Well,
that's one that kind of got swept under the rug for me.
Yeah.
I've seen them live. It's incredible. They opened for Death Cab for Cutie at Red Rocks.
Oh, wow, okay.
And that was awesome. And Churchfire is Flipside Music's favorite band.
They're
well, collectively as the workers. Flipside Music doesn't have an opinion.
Yeah. Good point. I don't know. The shop likes them too, though. They've bought some good Maris pedals. The shop
on that.
Yeah. The store also likes Churchfire.
But most of the employees here are big fans.
Yes. Yeah. They're. It's funny too because like they're They're just super unique. I honestly I've had a hard time even describing, because we had somebody even this morning that was kind of chatting with Eric about that show, and it was one of those things where Eric and I were both kind of like, you can describe them, but I feel like it's always sells them short. You got to see it, because it's more the presentation and the visual, like the whole thing kind of coming together. It's not like a band that you just like throw on your Spotify or Apple Music and you're immediately like, oh yeah. I mean, they have good music, obviously, but it's more like the whole package is really what makes them unique.
Totally worth your time. Totally worth your money.
Because like visually,
that show's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, I don't know. I haven't taken a lot of substances that would alter your state of vision. I haven't smoked any octopus, apparently, that Eric's looking at or whatever now. Yeah, I haven't done that yet, but I gotta say, like, when you watch Church Fire, especially if you're like straight on, it's kind of like being on something in terms of the, like the shadow, like her, the dancing paired with like the lights. It's just, it really is an experience. So.
Oh, yeah, they're incredible.
Yeah.
That'd be the show I would go to. Highly recommend it at Meow Wolf tomorrow. If you're not going to go to that, you could always see Gentleman Deluxe and Friends. It's another one of our good friends of the shop, Aaron Howell. That's over at Ophelia's. And
he's also playing
it's
High Dive in early September with MF.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And there's only 17 people in his band, so...
Which is just him. No, I'm just kidding. No.
It's him and 17 of his friends.
Yeah.
So that would be definitely another one.
Have you ever had to work one of their shows?
They're new enough that I have...
You have? Okay, I was going to say, I was kind of curious what the setup like that.
Yeah, I think it's horns and background singers and...
Yeah, it sounds like it's getting elaborate from all accounts.
It definitely seems like a lot of fun. But you could also see Compost Adjacent at Lion's Lair, or Hala at the Ogden, Blackfish at Broadway Roxy. It's insane. This is insane. There's too much going on. One of the worst...
I was going to say, and you're weeding through it. Like, that's not even... Yeah.
One of the worst problems we can have is too many things to do.
Too many good things.
Because
then you miss them.
If there's this much going on, it means that the scene's healthy. It means that it's finally happened.
Well, yeah, I think...
We're here. We've arrived.
Denver's a more desirable spot. It's the right time of year because we do get kind of avoided... once winter hits, which is really weird because really the winter's here. Like, I've had a few shows ruined here because of snow, but for the most part it's really just like the band's not wanting to brave the mountains in the wintertime.
And it's not just here. It's like touring in general in the winter kind of subsides because travel is much harder.
Yeah, I guess I was
that's when you make records.
Well, I was going to say, there's that where you tour like the Southwest.
Yeah. That's when you do.
Because I was just going to say, like, do New Mexico, Arizona, Southern California, make that kind of circuit and come back.
Mm-hmm. And then Hometown Boys are headlining Tulagi tomorrow night. Big Head Todd and the Monsters.
Oh, okay.
So that should be fun. They've been bittersweet. Ever since I was a kid.
Yeah.
They're
a staple.
They're a staple.
Yeah.
Legends of the scene. We would have no scene.
You're like theoretically, yeah, I mean, to a point.
I mean, I'm sure there would have been another one at some point, but they
really did hold on to a good chunk of that through, like, because I mean, shit, I remember even being a little kid in Breck and people talking about Big Head Todd.
Oh yeah. They're the real deal.
Yeah.
Man, this is too much. I'm not even I guess that was Saturday that I was looking through.
Oh, yeah, we haven't even hit Sunday.
So Ozomatli's playing at Fox Theater. They're such a good band to see. They're not a local band, but that is...
I'm not familiar what kind of...
That is a good time. It's kind of party music. You you dance like this to it, like, but not party in the sense of like float like a buffalo party. It's more like we're just here and we're playing music and having a good time.
Okay.
Whereas like float is more like we're on the beach and we're having a good time.
Sure. Yeah, you're like it's a particular flavor of a good time.
Yeah, it's just a different kind of party.
I see what you're saying. Yeah,
a little more earthy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, without being too like jam bandy, which isn't a bad thing either. But if you need that, Fish is playing 3
You're like,
nights.
yeah, you're like
Six.
Birkenstocks and shorts, not necessarily patchouli too. But
Yeah. And then, if you're around on Sunday, you could go see Espiale at the Lion's Lair. That's a couple good friends of mine
oh, okay.
from over the years. Ivan from the Epilogues. That's his new project with Sarah from the Flowbots.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I have seen the Flowbots.
Oh, yes. Another great Denver staple.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Are they playing this weekend?
I was just gonna say probably playing High Dive on Sunday.
Oh, what do you know? No. But it's just so much. I'm looking at 303.show, which is a new website I just found that has all of the things.
Yeah, no,
I
I was
kept
like,
finding like different ones that were like, well, here's all the big stuff that's happening,
Yeah.
or here's all the teeny tiny things that are happening.
no, I was gonna say the
This
list
is
you sent this
very-
morning is great. So
This is very comprehensive.
yeah, well, no, I like it because it hits all the like from the small bar venues all the way up to the stadiums. So
Yep. Which I
if
would.
we're all being honest, nobody
wouldn't-
wants to do the stadium stuff as much.
I was just gonna say I'd kind of like to go see my chem.
Oh, yeah, okay. Counterpoint, but
Yeah, because they're doing the Black Parade all the way through, which is a pretty
okay.
pretty epic record. It's like their magnum opus.
Okay.
But yeah, that's all the shows. I mean, I could keep going. There's so much going on. Oh my gosh. Furball at the Creepatorium. That should be fun. That's a cool little spot. That's actually right over here. It's a little coffee shop, and they do burlesque and another horror themed type of spot.
Yeah.
Seems it's horror themed. So hot right now.
I was just gonna say, yeah, that seems to be the thematic element kind of taking over. Because like for a while, it was like we were getting a lot more of the like jam band bars, you know, at least from like like the middle of like Broadway kind of south. And then it's like it does seem like now like the new trend is more like you said, horror / burlesque /
Like it's like emo goth.
yeah, goth adjacent, which is interesting because it's also the goth styling is starting to not necessarily be reflective of the music always. You know what I mean? Because I feel like when I was younger, not that there was assumptions or anything, but generally you kind of knew based on like the version of the goth, kind of appearance somebody was kind of adopting. You could kind of figure out what bands they were into. So if you had to start up a conversation, you could be like, "Oh, hey," But like now, I'm like, "Wow!" Like I'm not hitting any of these that you're into.
Well, I work a lot of these goth bands at the Crypt. And it's wild to me that goth doesn't just mean like The Cure.
Yeah, because to me,
there's this one band that comes through, and they're a pop punk band for all intents and purposes.
that's exactly what I mean. Yeah,
But because
but the
they wear
the visual, yeah,
white, makeup and the black eyes, and they're singing very much about like death and dying and
yeah, like pop punk, but with like black metal appearance.
yeah, and you get goth.
Yeah. Well, no, but that is what I mean. Of like, it's getting harder to read that, and I find that the I don't know, the cultural anthropologist in me finds that shit interesting. Of like when you start getting these little subcultures that are adopting the looks and kind of trademarks of other ones, but it's not as I mean, obviously there's always going to be niche micro genres of things, but like lately, especially with certain customers, when you're trying to like chit chat about bands and stuff, I just find it interesting because I'm like, I'll try to be like, oh, I really thought I knew what I was talking about here, and it's like, oh, like it's not necessarily like you said, it's kind of venturing into genres that are not necessarily strictly Cure adjacent, or even I don't know, like because like the punk
Susie and the Banshees.
I was just gonna say Susie and the Banshees, even I don't know, a lot of the even Depeche Mode to a point, like some of the more techie stuff that's also leans a little more that way, even Ministry, like stuff like that, like some of the industrial stuff, but like a lot of that's not necessarily a surefire reference anymore.
No, because like there is a lot more industrial, like dance music, goth stuff.
Yeah.
Which is all really cool. It's all.
Oh yeah.
If you're not out there enjoying
the wealth
maybe
of
your scene, maybe your scene isn't like ours, but you really can't go wrong with any of the things I said that are going on this weekend.
Well, there is literally something for everyone this weekend.
You're gonna get a good show. It doesn't. There's not gonna be like bands who are phoning it in and can't play their instruments and it's not tight. It's tight.
I see what
they
you're saying.
all
Like,
know how to play.
Even though we're jam packed, doesn't mean like people are gonna just be lazily kind of going about things.
It seems almost the opposite.
You got to fight to stand out.
The scene's so good that it's like, well, don't come here with your. I was gonna say trash, but there's literally a really cool local band called Trash.
But don't come unprepared, I guess. But
don't come here with your
refuse.
Your no tuning. Know how to play chords, have an ass.
Yeah. Setting up your pedal board on the stage, that kind of shit.
Don't even get me started.
Oh, no, I know. Like, that's the...
I'm going to... clutching my pearls here.
Well, no, that is one of those things, like, I mean, whether it's in the shop or even when I'm out at shows and I see that shit, it's just one of those, like, I'm sure I know it's traumatizing for you for a different set of reasons, but, like, there's even stuff, like, sometimes when I'm at shows and I'm like, should I get up there and just, like, do it for him?
Oh, my God, you don't even know.
Yeah, because, like, there's been times where, like, I'll be watched, especially at, like, high dive, because you, like, when you're standing right up front at high dive, you're literally looking right at their pedal boards.
Like, if this is the stage, your face is like here.
And so I've seen so many dudes, like, literally, like, grab a pile of stuff out of their case, put it on the floor, and, like, start putting it together. And it's just like, dude, I could have that cracked in, like, 10 seconds if you just let me at it.
I know. Because we do this so often that, like, I would never...
I'll have your signal flow the way you... all...
Like, I keep collecting pedal boards so I can make more pedal boards because my pedals are not on a board.
Yeah. Auxiliary accessory. Yeah, you're like, they need to be on a board even when they're not on a board. Yeah. That is actually funny. I hadn't thought about that. You're right. But, like, there are compulsive elements to what we do, having done this enough. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And it needs clean power and, you know, proper, not like...
That's the thing. I'm almost
2 feet of cable to go... this far.
And I am almost very much at the point of, like, I almost don't even want to plug in if you don't have, like, a good power supply. Yeah. Like, I'm so traumatized from noise here, like, of, like, cracking other people's problems.
And see, I've come so far around the corner that I'm like, I know exactly when to use a daisy chain. So it doesn't freak me out because I'm like, no, I know which pedals make.
I know the scenarios, like, I'll choose it, but I'm saying, like, if I gotta, like, plug in somebody else's stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, if you don't have a clean power supply, I'm like, I'm almost not even interested in, like, trying it. Like,
and I know we carry multiple brands, but you really can't go wrong with the Canvas.
Yeah.
Stuff from Walrus.
Yeah, I think all of us have pretty much landed there. I mean, Strymon was kind of the one holding that bracket for a while, but like honestly, the Canvas stuff is like, it's triple filtered. It is it was like, I already had a good supply when I switched over, and it made a big difference. And normally, I'm very much the guy of like, I don't really want to invest in the power supply, but for peace of mind and quality of life, it's worth the investment.
It's very much worth it.
But now I would say the Canvas stuff is finally at a point where I'm like, yeah, like, this is legitimately, there's not a whole lot of reason to look elsewhere. So
I own 2, and I will definitely be buying more.
Oh, yeah.
And I'll use this to segue to our new release segment of the portion of the podcast.
Yeah, it's been a hot month for releases, or hot end of month.
Yeah, and we'll start with Walrus. Their new expression pedal is, we talked about it last week, but it is the coolest expression pedal on the market at the moment.
Yeah, it's basically almost a full-on MIDI controller in an expression pedal package.
It is.
Yeah. Well, I mean, in terms of, like, getting people to think of it more that way, of you're not just controlling sweepable MIDI functions with it. It is literally a full MIDI controller.
Yeah. As well as being a fully customizable expression pedal for any of your devices. It is
Incredibly intuitive.
awesome.
Yeah.
And there's an editor. Mm-hmm. Always love an editor. Speaking of an editor, the new Predator from Maris is out today. Version 4.1?
Yeah, because 3.5 was the last one. That was kind of the halfway mark before this release.
And they're big fans of 80s movies. And it's the Predator because of the
Predator.
Arnold Schwarzenegger
Yes.
movie.
Yeah.
And
Which is why if anybody ever comes up to me and says, Dylan, you son of a bitch, I have to. I'm obligated to reciprocate because of that film.
it even says when you're like hooking into it initially, you have to click a button that says get to the chopper.
Yeah, yeah.
It's wonderful.
Yeah, I love that part of it.
But now
And if you haven't seen Predator, have you seen Predator?
I have
Okay,
I
okay.
just saw Predator.
Okay, good. Because I was going to say, if you haven't seen
month
it,
ago.
yeah, I was going to say, if you haven't seen it, you've basically been
It made
out of
all
touch
these
since
things,
the 80s.
It made all these references.
Oh, yeah, it
clear
clears
as
up a
day,
lot of
yeah.
things. Yeah. First Predator movie, first Aliens movie, absolute must watch it. Yeah.
Which I've now seen both.
Okay. I'm still very much an Alien, not Aliens person. I really like the first movie is just like almost perfect for that genre.
But the new Predator includes a control for the Autobit
Yes.
X, which is so awesome.
Yes.
Can't wait to play with that. The biggest improvement with the last version of Predator and this version, there's a shareable library.
Yes.
That you can.
So it goes to patchstorage.com directly now. It's I think it's just called Community in the editor itself. Yeah.
And you can drag and drop
Yeah.
presets from other people, and it's so awesome to hear what other people have come up with these devices.
Yes.
And now that all four of them are
Well, now
in
that
the ecosystem.
and now that patch storage is right there, like I'm hoping that expands a bit because, like, honestly, the Enzo, like, there's only like I don't even think there's 20 settings that people have shared on that one yet. So, and I mean that pedal's been out a year. Mm-hmm. But yeah, no, some of them are pretty incredible, and it's also an easy way. Like if I know not everybody in the world is going to be part of an ambient quartet, so you're not necessarily always going to be sharing settings with your buddies, but if you need to, it's a really awesome, handy way to do it. And yeah, that part of it's really cool. And actually, the other part, I know it sounds minimal compared to adding the community portion, but they did make everything scalable now, so you can zoom in and out. Which for my personal preferences, like that was huge because I really like to be able to see like everything kind of in one spot. I don't like, especially for like the multi-tap mode on the LVX, having to scroll for like eons to get to the bottom one. Like I don't like that. So
I wasn't a big fan of that either, so I think this will be a welcome upgrade.
yeah, so I was really happy that they added that. That was probably, like, I guess I know it sounds small, but it was a really nice thing that you can just do. You just hold control and do plus or minus, and you can zoom in and out. So,
Oh, nice.
yeah.
And then we also got a release from JHS Pedals this week.
Yes.
Their latest iteration of the Andy Timmons signature pedal.
Yes, the AT Mini, which
Mini.
I got to say, it's the perfect, for a mini pedal, it's the perfect new enclosure.
It's really good. It's really
Yeah.
cool size.
Yeah.
It's weird to be like, oh, the size matters.
Well, because I personally, I avoid mini pedals unless they're like I don't mind a fuzz if it's like in that enclosure, in like the traditional mini enclosure. But most of the time, I don't know. I am a slightly bigger guy. Like my shoes, I wear 13s most of the time. So like for me, like mini pedals are just really tough to, especially with boots. Like they're always like they want to wobble, even if you got dual lock on them. They always want to tip over. And like the new Andy Timmons is like it's like just enough that it
Just
feels like a real
bit
pedal.
bigger.
Yeah, yeah.
And they also did their fumble in that size.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna guess this is a new
enclosure option.
Which it's a great size for. Sometimes you have just enough space for like almost another pedal.
Yeah.
It's like perfect for that.
Yeah, yeah.
They're gonna find the fumble and the AT Mini will find their way onto a ton of boards simply because there's enough space.
Yeah. Well, and I will still say the Andy Timmons drive in any iteration from JHS, I still think is their best Marshall like pedal.
It's really good.
Yeah, because like they do the Charlie Brown, which is basically their version of a JTM 45 preamp, so kind of early plexi, and then they also have the Angry Charlie, which is more or less kind of their version of like a modded JCM 800, very spiky in the mid-range, a little thin, whereas I feel like the Andy Timmons fits perfectly in the middle. Like it has a little bit more of an old school quality to it. It's not like 80s shredder, it's more like late 70s modded Marshall kind of vibes. So,
because I think it's also built on the JCM 800 like circuit.
Yeah, I think it's the initial version.
Charlie.
Yeah, because it's the 2204 circuit is kind of what they ended up, which was like the first version before the JCM 800 moved on completely from the JMP era. But.
And so then it's like the new AT Mini is basically the V1 version of the Andy Timmons without any of the mods or anything.
Yeah.
And it sounds great. I played it Monday. It's awesome.
Yeah, no, it's really great. In addition to that, we had was that the same day or maybe the few days before, we ended up having the Jam Pedals Tiny Amp Destroyer release from Jam. That one's the King Gizzard, specifically Stu. I always forget his last name. I just think of him as Stu.
Mackenzie?
Or Mac. Yeah, something M. But yes, it's his signature pedal based on you said like a pawn shop style kind of OEM amp that was like $30, and it actually does.
It's one of those like thin ones.
Yeah.
That like there's not a lot of speaker depth.
Yeah. And I would say it does a decent job of that. It is a funny thing though, of like if you throw it through a big enough setup, obviously it ends up sounding better, but it's like it doesn't necessarily like transform it just sounds like more of a dramatic EQ shift than like a full on, it doesn't simulate that broken speaker about on the edge of its life, kind of thing. It just gets a little raspier, but
which if you're looking for that tone,
yeah,
you can get the Amp Crash from Death by Audio and Ranger Effects.
Yeah.
Which looks super cool. I cannot wait to try that. I also don't want to play it because I don't want to buy it. I mean, I want to buy it.
Yeah, you don't want another Temptation.
Yeah. Because it looks and sounds awesome.
Yeah.
It is a distortion with a speaker.
Yeah, built-in speaker.
And a microphone that feeds into itself and also has a switchable effects section. There's a reverb, a delay, and a chorus.
Nice.
Yeah. It's very cool. Very, very cool. Some really cool stuff has been coming out. It's been the year, I think you mentioned this, that it's like, it feels everything's very reductive at the moment. But even the Tiny Amp Destroyer, it's a lot more refined sounding than a Tiny Amp.
Well, and that's what I was going to say of like, I guess, because
really
probably the way I worded it may have not seemed as good, but no, it's more like it's really good. It's actually a really great drive, and I actually really like how it kind of like if you're into treble boosters at all, and like that raspy character that kind of transistor drives have, it does that really, really well. And so that's the part of it that I really liked the best. But it was more of a thing of like it doesn't. I don't know. It's not like one completely transformative. It's like you were saying, like you do sometimes need those funny little like inefficient tiny speakers in order to kind of get that real vibe out of it. But I would say for a 3-in-1 pedal, if you're gain staging and you like to kind of stack things, like in that regard, it's really, really good at that.
Really good.
And I'd say like my favorite setting was probably stacking the two, because it's basically got two of the boomsters built into it. So stacking those two together is really good, because honestly, like transistor based drives they're fun. I think more and more like the longer I do this, the more interest I have in, because I've always been interested in transistor based drives, but the older I get and the more of them I play, you start to pick up on those subtleties. It's probably like that people like wine. It's kind of the same thing. It's like you taste things just a little bit differently with each one. That kind of makes it fun. So the subtleties are what keep you coming back,
Definitely.
And then Keeley, since the other theme of the year, other than slightly reductive pedals, is tube-driven pedals.
Yeah.
So they are releasing their tube drive on September 1st. So that's coming up in what, like 3 days, 4 days?
Yeah. And I played it at NAMM. It's really good.
Nice. yeah. They're
it
doing
was in a see-through enclosure, so you could see the circuit.
Oh,
and stuff.
okay.
It was
That's pretty cool. Yeah, apparently they're doing one version of it that's going to be limited or exclusive to Keeley, and then they're doing like the full production model. So the black model with the blue font is like the full production model, and that's the one that we should be. Actually, I thought it would be here by now, but we should be getting that, I hope, before release.
I thought there were 3 versions.
Oh, is there 3? Oh,
so there's
okay.
like the super exclusive one because he only had 20 of those tubes.
Right.
The Svetlana tube.
Yeah.
He only had so many, so he did like a gold enclosure one, right?
And those were they were doing exclusively, and I think they were even only selling those at like trade shows.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then there was like a second, also exclusive version that had another tube.
Limited tube.
That they only had so many of.
Okay.
And then they made a production version that will have a very readily available tube, so they can make a lot of them for you.
Yeah. Well, I'd say, it's kind of an interesting thing because this one, I would say, is more maybe what I expected the ZQD to be before we actually got the ZQD in.
This is a cutie.
Yeah. Because I originally expected that pedal to be more in like a tube drive family. Mm-hmm. And then when we got it, I was like, okay, no, this is definitely more of a, I don't know, I almost want to say it's more of the recording / performing person's best friend.
It's a tone sweetener.
Yeah, because it's like it's subtle, but damn, is it useful? Like when you put it in the different scenarios that it's able to accomplish.
Yeah, it's so good.
Like I still swear people are sleeping on that thing.
But you're right. It's not a drive unto itself.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, the character of the tube driving is not necessarily the part you're purchasing the ticket for.
Like Dr. Z literally designed it so you cannot clip the tube.
Right. Yeah.
It's in the.
Yeah, it's explicitly part of the design.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whereas like this is on the other extreme. Like this is meant to give you all of that, screaming tube fury, but without having to actually, crank up your amp to the point that it hurts you. So.
Yeah, which I would guess the new pedal from Keeley into
would be an amazing combo.
Will be really good. I also really want to try the amp crash into the ZQD.
Mm-hmm.
So like get it as raspy and nasty as possible, and then like kind of
pipe it through that, and then
kind of hi-fi it.
Warm it back up. Yeah. Shave off a little bit of the excess hair.
Yeah, I thought that might be a cool combo.
Yeah. Well, maybe write those down. We should make those happen. What happens with
I should actually get like a little.
We actually did, that, or we need to get like an audience member participation of like they just start an ongoing list in Discord of ideas that we talk about in the middle of videos that we don't have the ability to write down.
Yeah. But I think that's gonna bring us up to the end of our day today. We got to get to work because it's a busy weekend. Mm-hmm. I got stuff to do.
Yeah, you got places to be, things to make.
Things to make. I'm looking forward to seeing Barbara on Sunday. I know that may just sound like I'm talking about a person, but Barbara is an awesome band. I believe they're out of Boulder.
Oh, okay.
I've seen them before at the Crypt. Super stoked that I will be working with them.
I was just going to ask if you were working that one or if you had to run over. Okay.
No,
nice.
I'll be working with them on Sunday.
Well, that's cool.
And an old friend from Soiled Dove days, Rob Drabkin, will also be there on Sunday.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, it's going to be a fun weekend. Get out there, go see some shows, play your guitar.
Yes. Play your guitar so you can be in shows. So you can fill out the bill of an incredibly packed weekend in Denver, Colorado.
Yeah, and if you're going to do that, next year maybe just spread it out a little bit.
Yeah.
There's more weekends than just this one.
Yeah, talk to your organizers. You might get better attendance when there's not like 575 bands playing in the same weekend. So
crazily, all these things have sold really well.
It is amazing. I was genuinely shocked, but I also did notice like some of the shows that are happening that I for sure thought would have been sold out were not yet, and that was surprising to me. But I can't believe that all of them have the numbers that they are having. So it's like either way, it still ended up being good.
Yeah. So please like, subscribe, share with your friends, do all that fun business for us if you would.
Yes.
You know, if you've stuck around this long, say something like, tell us what you're doing this weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the comments. Because that all helps too.
It does. Yeah, commenting on that. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it shows engagement.
Engagement.
Helps.
Yeah. So let us know what you're up to this weekend. I'll be at Tulagi. Dylan will be here at the shop. You can come say hi to him.
Yeah, we'll be at the mission with, I guess I think Jake and James and a couple other Flipside adjacent people are going. So. And
if you're going to Emix, go say hi to Eric over there.
Yes. And Eric might be at that Meow Wolf show for Church Fire.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think he's
jealous.
Yeah, he's trying to figure out how to get over, I think, over there for that one. So.
But if you see us out there, say what's up.
Yeah.
We always love to see and hear from all of you out there.
Yeah.
And on that note, we'll stand by. We will be catching you all on the flip side. Oh, gosh. Nope, don't play that. There we go.
Flipside
No, no.
presents Denver Music.
All right, have a beautiful weekend, everybody.
I'll wave for you. There we go. Ziggy, wave.